This is Mr. Royce Media, coming at you guys with another video. And this video is basically a short synopsis of my thoughts about this Amber Guyger trial and sentencing, and my understanding of some of the things that happened concerning this trial. Well, first of all, with Amber Guyger getting only 10 years and the outrage about that, all I can say is, come on now, are you all really surprised? Are you all really surprised? I mean, disappointed, I get it, but shouldn't be surprised. I mean, they let Casey Anthony go with killing her baby. You know, a lot of these white female school teachers who get caught molesting their students are being let go with probation. You know, and it's not just white females. There's a lot of situations where females are receiving pretty much what amounts to a slap on the wrist for criminal behavior that would certainly get men, and particularly black men, longer and harsher sentences. You know, not only that, a lot of times you have men and black men being convicted of crimes they really didn't commit based on faulty evidence, and lots of times the word of a woman, word of a female. So you have that, but I digress. You knew they was going to do everything possible to lighten the blow on Amber Guyger. So when she got 10 years, I wasn't surprised. Not only that, I know in Cook County, Illinois, which is where Chicago is, a lot of these people that are getting convicted for murders, they're getting 10, 15 years. You know, so, you know, now that this case that has national attention, where this woman is getting 10 years, I'm not surprised. You know, not only that, think about something the rapper Young Jeezy said in one of his songs, where he said, you get more time for selling drugs than committing murders. It's a prime example. You know, they tried to give her the castle defense. They tried to say, you know, they tried to go with she was in fear of her life trope, which, you know, that's an iffy one, which is why they used it. You know, the castle defense, but that wouldn't work because she wasn't in her castle. So, you know, the strategies that played out during the litigation, I wasn't really surprised of any of it, and I wasn't surprised of the outcome. You know, I personally thought that they were trying to pull a fast one by charging her with murder. It on the onset, it seemed like they overcharged her, but, you know, the jury got it right. You know, she got convicted. It was murder, without a doubt. You know, that being said, you know, look at the situation where you had the bailiff combing her hair during at some point during the trial. It's a black female bailiff combing defendant Guyger's hair, and I was like, blew my mind. I wouldn't have done it, you know. And if I was a bailiff and I was ordered to do so by a supervisor, I would have raised holy hell. You know, it's not my job. Have her attorney or somebody else do that. I'm not doing that. My job is to keep order in the courtroom, and combing her hair is not part of that. So I wouldn't have done that. Now, the situation where the victim's brother, he made a statement of forgiveness towards defendant Guyger. I don't think I could have did that. And understanding what I understand about how Black American Christians and Black Christians in the Caribbean and Central America and South America are programmed to be very forgiving, and how this has been 400 years of programming, I understand what that was. You know, that was the programming, number one. Number two, I think he was doing that more so for himself. Not saying that I agree, but as part of his programming, as a Christian, I think that forgiveness was not so much for her as it was for himself, trying to resolve the situation in his mind. So, you know, I don't agree or disagree, but I mostly understand. So it is what it is, you know. Getting back to that forgiveness piece and what I said about blacks in the diaspora, descendants of captured and enslaved Africans in the diaspora, a big part of that Christian programming was pushing it was two things. You'll get your reward in the afterlife, and then forgiving those who have wronged you, who have done things wrong. And that programming was to distract these people of thinking about the atrocities that they were going through, and to not look at the oppressors as what they were, oppressors, you know. So I think that's all a part of that program. So, you know, I don't agree or disagree with it. I have my understanding of it, so it is what it is. I know how I would have handled it, and it would have been very different than how the victim's family handled it, you know. So it is what it is. But that's pretty much all I have to say right now for what I can think of about the case. You know, it is what it is. It's Mr. Royce for Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section if you want me to talk about some other stuff. If it's something I know about, I'll talk about it. If it's something I can research, I'll read up on it, and I'll talk about it. Have a good one.